Alright guys, today we are right outside of the Apple store in Cerritos, California. Today we're going to be looking at, or let me just say this, we're going to be saying hello Neo. We're going to be taking a look at the new MacBook Neos and getting my first hands-on experience. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright y'all, so here we are hands-on with my favorite color, the blue one. Just first, take a look at this laptop. Let's just, for a second here, appreciate the look of it. I really like that, you know, the two-tone, three-tone actually kind of, because the color of this is a little bit different. I don't know if the camera's going to show it, but we got a little bit of different colors going on here. And just take a look at that display. I'm actually pretty shocked. Now, of course, it's not going to be the same display as the Air or nowhere near the Pro, but this display is actually pretty nice. It actually gets decently bright as well, which in my opinion, that's a really big thing. So good job on that, Apple. Now, first thing I did want to do is just give the keyboard a little try. Let's go. Just be like, hey, how is it going? Fine. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a really good key. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. This is probably the best keyboard I felt on a computer for this price. Like, I am shocked. Keys are very responsive. It's really comfortable to type on. Okay, Apple, I'm impressed. Now, feeling this trackpad, the trackpad's actually pretty nice. I'm not 100% sure if it's haptic, but it feels really nice. It feels really nice. So the biggest thing that I'm noticing that a bunch of laptops in this price point don't do is this build quality. This is a full aluminum build, so like, it's an actual aluminum build. Name pretty much one Windows computer that has an aluminum build on a laptop this cheap. This build quality. Okay, the one thing I was really curious about, let's do the one finger test. One finger test works. As you guys probably know, a lot of Windows laptops in this price point fail that test. But honestly, weight's really good. Build quality is just the biggest thing that stands out. I'm very impressed with this build quality. I can't get over it. But if we take a look here, it's very decently thin as well. Pretty lightweight. But just, I want to take a look. So if we let's get a look at the screen real quick. I'm just going to see some overall responsiveness of this thing. So, you know, we're just going to do some light browsing. You know, some nice scrolling. You know, maybe we'll open up a few apps, take a look how it is. Now, although this thing does have a phone chip, I just know the optimization is going to be really good, because it's Mac OS. But so far, honestly, and I know the 8 gigs of RAM was going to be a limitation, but it's pretty responsive. Like, this is loading up pretty quickly. Look at this. There are a few apps open here. It's actually still really responsive. Open up PowerPoint and Excel here. Yeah, this is awesome.
Dude, look how solid this is.
This is crazy. All right, y'all, next color here is the pink one. Look at this. I'm actually, you see what I mean? Like, look at this. I like how there's a lot of attention to detail in this design here. We got the different color keycaps, different color build. Ooh, this one's nice. I'm just still shocked about this build quality, especially at this price point of the Neo. It's actually really impressive. That's a good look at the pink one right over here. All right, next up we got the silver one. There is a slight difference in the color, not as noticeable as the other ones in my opinion, but this one's nice. We got the OG MacBook look. I really like this one too. This one's clean. Yo, these are all clean. Look at this. All right, and finally, and I believe this is the Apple flagship color for the Neo. It's this thing. It's like a green neonish. So take a look at this. Let's look at the keyboard. This one's probably the most profound like difference in colors from the keycaps and the build itself. This one is definitely going to catch a bunch of attention. That's really cool. All right, y'all, so that was my first hands-on on the MacBook Neo, honestly, and this is coming from a Windows fan and a Windows user, by the way. I am very shocked with how well the laptop was built and how well it ran, especially for the price point. So if you're on the fence of wanting to purchase a MacBook Neo, pull the trigger. Now, I personally won't be buying a MacBook Neo because your boy's more of a MacBook Pro guy, so I'm gonna be sticking to that. But like for the value and what it is definitely the absolute best laptop you can buy at that price point. And we're not recording in front of the Apple storefront right now. Apple's recording policies inside are a little bit different, so we wanted to respect that. But shout out to the employees for allowing me to go hands-on with the device and record my interaction with the devices and record my experience and all that stuff. But that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next YouTube video. Peace.